Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. I'm very excited about this one. This is another beer from New Anthem Beer Project. They are out of Wilmington, North Carolina. This beer is courtesy of Mr. Josh Abrams. Really appreciate it. I loved the IPA that I had from them the other day. It's called the Ball or Bow. It's just a straight IPA, pretty much a double though at 7.9%. One of the best, juiciest New England style IPAs that I've ever had. So this one, hooked up in stitches, clocks in at 9.7. It's classified as a double IPA, and they use Strata, Citra, Simcoe, and Vic Secret hops. Let's go ahead and check it out. Another relatively juicy looking brew. Man, all right. So the appearance, you got a finger and a half's worth of a nice, relatively creamy looking, just slightly off white head. The appearance is opaque, orange, very juicy looking in the glass there. Good New England IPA appearance, I guess you could say. A lot of citrus hop notes right up front. A little bit of mango, a little bit of guava. Maybe just a light pineapple in the back. But tangerine, citrus, a little bit of mango, and that guava. Very tropical, very fruit forward on the nose. That's a good looking beer in the glass right there, guys. Nice head retention at 9.7%. Maybe a little bit of that wheat bready malt character coming through on the nose. I think that'll transition, or that'll come through a little bit more on the palate. But it definitely has a little bit of that malt character as well on the aroma. It smells like a winter. I am salivating, so without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Mm. Very nice. Tangerine right up front. A little bit of mango, a little bit of guava. Some nice wheat bready malt notes in the middle of the sip. Some lightly toasted wheat bread notes. It's got a pretty good malt backbone. Mm. Very enjoyable. Very smooth. Very malty, but very hoppy as well. It's a nice balance between the malt and the hops. So the tangerine is really the lead flavor from the hops. You do get the tropical fruit, like I said, the guava and the mango. Not really getting any pineapple. And the tropical fruit notes are a little bit more subdued in this one than they were with the other, with the Ball IPA that I had the other day. So not quite as juicy and tropical fruity, but very citrus forward, very malty in the middle. And then on the back end, you get a little bit of like an earthy hop note. There's definitely a lingering bitterness. It kind of dries out the palate a little bit, which does make it very inviting. Makes you want to go right back in for another sip. It's not warming going down at all, which could be dangerous because it doesn't drink at all like a 9.7%. You really don't detect any of the alcohol whatsoever. And as I keep sipping on it, the bitterness actually, it keeps building. So this one is significantly more bitter than the other New Anthem beer that I had the other day. So it's kind of a cross, I guess you could say, between a New England style and a more traditional IPA. You get those fruity notes, a little bit of the tropical fruit, nice wheat bread notes in the middle of the sip. And then on the back end, you're getting the more bitter hop notes that you tend to get with a more traditional West Coast IPA. It's not really that resinous, but there is a little bit of maybe grapefruit and just a bitterness, a non-specific bitterness Doesn't really necessarily add any flavor. It's just a noticeable bitterness on the back end to kind of round it out, and it builds the more that you sip on it. The body is on the medium side. The carbonation is relatively light, getting up towards medium. There is a nice little prickly carbonation, but it's definitely not heavy. You got some nice glass lacing, some good head left behind. Just a really, really wonderful beer. I don't like this one as much as the Baal, or the Baal, however you say that. That one was a little bit more juicy, a little bit more in your face with those tropical fruit notes, which I really like. This one, nothing wrong with it, but it's kind of a cross between a juicy and a traditional, and it has a significant amount more bitterness as well. But another wonderful beer from New Anthem Beer Project out of Wilmington, North Carolina, hooked up in stitches. If you can find it in your area, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm going to give it a 95 out of 100, a solid A, right down the middle. I think it is definitely a wonderful beer. It's excellent, no doubt about that. Really, really good stuff from New Anthem Beer Project. Thanks again to Josh Abrams for providing me with this wonderful beer. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.